It's 1:30 in the morning. You promised yourself you'd put the phone down 20 minutes ago, but instead you're 3 deep into random videos, scrolling through timelines you barely care about. In these late-night stretches, the lie we tell ourselves is that we are simply unwinding. We think we're catching a break and rewarding ourselves for surviving another chaotic day. But you aren't actually relaxing. You're numbing yourself. You're using the endless feed to actively avoid the stress you didn't process during the day, the racing thoughts in your head, and the lingering feeling that you might be falling behind. Relying on distraction to silence uncomfortable thoughts locks you into a cycle. You burn hours staring at a screen, guaranteeing that when the alarm rings, you wake up exhausted and completely unprepared for the day ahead. Every hour lost to mindless scrolling systematically degrades your focus, frays your mood, and chips away at your long-term cardiovascular and mental health. This chart illustrates daily energy capacity. When you drag your day out past midnight without intention, you create an energy debt. You are mathematically borrowing vitality from tomorrow, meaning you start the next morning already in the red. Merely deciding to go to bed earlier rarely fixes this. If your environment and behaviors stay identical, your brain has no way to distinguish between active working hours and resting hours, so it keeps spinning. To stop borrowing energy from tomorrow, passive avoidance has to be replaced with a deliberate, structured system of deceleration. The first phase of this deceleration is actively terminating the workday. Instead of letting your tasks fade vaguely into the evening, you need a strict shutdown ritual. This means physically closing the laptop. You write down exactly what you didn't finish today and outline what you will start with tomorrow, and then you physically leave that workspace. Once the work loop is closed, you move to your immediate physical space for a 5 to 10 minute reset. Put dirty dishes in the sink, hang clothes over the chair, and clear the messy desk. Waking up to a cluttered environment is like opening your eyes to an immediate, uninvited to-do list. It spikes your baseline stress before you even step out of bed. By clearly defining the end of your workday and clearing the physical clutter around you, you successfully separate the stress of today from the rest of your night. Next, you have to sever the digital noise. For the last 30 to 60 minutes before bed, all screens go dark, and your phone needs to be charging in an entirely different room. It is biologically counterproductive to tell yourself you are checking just one thing. Consuming any new piece of information online actively boots up your brain's processing centers precisely when they should be powering down. To handle the rush of random thoughts and anxieties that strike in the dark, you need a mind dump. You transfer every lingering idea onto paper. Then you write down 3 specific, minor things to be grateful for, like a perfectly brewed cup of coffee. Physically moving your tasks and positive anchors out of your head and onto the page strips those thoughts of their power to trigger late-night anxiety. With the mind clear, you enter the final wind-down window. The lights are low, you might have a cup of herbal tea, and you deliberately stop rushing from task to task. Landing a large aircraft requires a slow, controlled descent, rather than a sudden halt. Your nervous system needs that same gradual transition into deep sleep. Spending just 5 minutes in mindful stillness, whether that involves meditating, praying, or simply sitting and breathing, signals to your nervous system that it is time to rest. The final step is protecting your actual sleep environment. You keep the room dark and cool, and you honor a consistent sleep schedule with the exact same respect you would give to a crucial business meeting. Honoring this transition period ensures your body physically commits to the mental peace you just established. When you implement this system, your mornings stop feeling rushed, your mind wakes up quiet, and the end of the day actually becomes a peaceful period you look forward to. Your evening routine acts as the architectural foundation for the day ahead. By mastering your night, you are effectively designing your morning in advance. You don't need to try all 7 of these steps at once. Attempting to overhaul your entire evening in a single go usually leads straight back to burnout. Instead, pick exactly one small habit discussed in this video. Do the shutdown ritual, or just move your phone charger across the room, and do it tonight, not tomorrow, tonight. Taking that single intentional action tonight proves you are ready to stop hiding behind a screen and finally wake up in control.